Hey all, today we're taking a look at the Ruger SR22 pistol. Let's get into it. Now, if you like this content, like, sub, shares, all that good stuff, I really appreciate it. Also down below, coupon codes and merch to help support the channel. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the Ruger SR22 pistol, which is a 10-shot semi-automatic, kind of a compact pistol. And it's a kind of cool, it really honestly, at first glance and in shooting the gun, it really reminds me of kind of the Walther P22. It's double single action, has a external decocker, magazine disconnect, pretty much all the features of the Walther P22, but made by Ruger. Overall, pretty happy with this gun. Nothing crazy as far as functionality. It's, just a nice little 22 compact pistol. So talking about the features, so I'm going to start with the sights, and it has a really nice set of 3-dot sights, and it is windage and elevation adjustable in the rear right here. And you can, both of these are machined in with a dovetail, so you can change them, which is a nice feature if you want to change to a different set of sights. But honestly, I found this to be a perfectly adequate sight picture. This is more of a plinker trainer, or, whatever you want to consider, just something that's more of a fun pistol, set up more as like something that you would have, again, much like the Walther P22 that I'm going to keep referencing in this review. It's just kind of set up as a 22 fun version of, some of maybe their larger pistols. So moving to the trigger on this, it's got a pretty decent trigger. So it is a double single action trigger, meaning that, say you had a round chambered and you decocked it, which you decock the gun. Here you have a fire and safe. So you have this nice big red spot here on either side for an ambidextrous safety and decockers. So you would flip it down, that decocks it, right? And then of course it's on safe and you flip it up. At this point, if you were to pull the trigger with the firearm loaded, it would go and slowly cock the hammer back until it fires into a double action motion. And then, of course, after the slide cycles, you would then have the gun shooting in single action. Again, trigger is pretty nice on this. It is not match grade by any means, but it is definitely serviceable for a, again, a plinker or something, you'd want to use as like a trainer. I do like that there's some knurling here on the back of the hammer, making if you wanted to thumb this back, it is possible. And I didn't notice any hammer bite even with my large hands because it's kind of up there a little bit. So it's nice even with a high hold. I didn't really get any hammer bite, which was nice. You have a rail here. You could put a lighter, a laser, or whatever you might want to up there for fun. You do have some slide serrations, which is nice. It's not a very particularly stiff pistol to rack, but it is nice having the slide serrations on the front and rear. 10-shot magazines. I do like the magazines. I love when because 22 mags can be kind of hard and difficult to load long term, meaning, you got the range all day and you start, really getting your thumbs pretty raw, thumbing in rounds. They do have this nice little thing that you can push down on either side. It's not the best I've seen because it's kind of curved down here, and when your finger gets a little bit sweaty, I've noticed it can slip a little bit. But honestly, it is nice that they at least made an attempt to, have a support that you can use to hold down the follower to load the magazine. It does have a little thumb rest, which is nice. And even with my large hands, moving down to the grip, it does feel pretty good. I kind of got this palm swell, this swell here in the back of the grip, which really does make it feel really ergonomic. Again, kind of like the Walther P22. So this has a slide release only on one side, which was an interesting thing where your safety and decocker is on both sides. This only has the slide release on one side. Pretty normal, nothing crazy, does the job. And then of course you've got your magazine release. Magazine pops out, which is nice. So overall, the features of this gun, really no complaints. For a little 22 pistol that you're just looking for something to have fun at the range, I really like the features, especially the fact that it feels pretty good in your hand. The polymer lower. I'm not a huge fan of polymer, but hey, it's 22. What do you expect? And it's not terribly expensive, so it's not going to break the bank. I think they're like 400 something bucks. So, for 400 and some bucks, I'm not expecting an all steel gun. in a 22, especially with all these features like slide serrations, the ability to change out sights, stuff like that. Disassembly on this gun is actually really simple. I'm not going to show it because there's a couple of really good videos showing it. In the sense that you basically just pull this down and then pull the slide up and off of the top of the gun. So really, honestly, it's got a lot of nice features. I had a lot of fun with it. Ammo wise, when I took it to the range, like every 22, it doesn't eat every single thing you throw at it. It's pretty much going to like your higher velocity stuff, just like any other 22. But I definitely was not annoyed by the fact that it wasn't a 22 that I felt like I had to be very specific with my ammo. For instance, I have a Walther PPK S in 22 that only likes the hottest of stuff, so it can be kind of annoying. This is a little more ammo friendly. Accuracy is plenty good. Unfortunately, don't have a target, and my range footage kind of got wiped out. But honestly, accuracy the gun's going to be more accurate than you are, and it honestly is just a fun little gun. So overall, those are my quick thoughts. I think it's a really nice little pistol. I think if you're looking for something to mimic, maybe you have a larger Ruger that you carry or you shoot a lot, and you want to be able to shoot something that is a Ruger but a little bit cheaper. This is a good option. It's a fun little plinker. Definitely something that would be a good option to, train somebody, teach somebody how to shoot. Something you could give a kid to help teach them how to shoot. My only real negatives are much like a lot of modern Ruger products. They did put the word Ruger and their logo all over because it's, on each side of the grip on here on the bottom. It's a big old thing here with the logo, and it says it there. Minor, no big deal, but I've just noticed that modern Ruger does kind of stick their logo a lot on stuff. But overall, very pleased with this little pistol. It's pretty cool. But put down below what you think. If you have one, how do you like it? And have a good day.